Hi, Arountable fans. This is your host, Steven Pluto here, and with my next video review, I'll be talking about the latest from Sting called The Bridge. Um, Sting has been kind of up and down with me over the last few years. I was a big fan during the Police era and the beginning of his solo career up to 10 Summoner Sales, and then suddenly he kind of drifted in and out with me. I wasn't as dedicated to him. And there was a point where he did like a reissue of his greatest hits, or how he tweaks it and made it more modern. It didn't work for me. And then there was, I think, a big misstep with him and Shaggy doing an album together. Nothing against Shaggy, but he was on tour with Paul Simon. I think I would have preferred a Paul Simon and Sting collaborative effort as opposed to Shaggy. But that's just me. Again, nothing against Shaggy. I think he's good for what he does, but I think Sting, he needed, I don't know, I would have preferred someone else. Don Henley, Paul Simon, yeah, you anybody. I think, I don't know. I just didn't get into it, and I thought I kind of lost it. And then he came back with 57th and Ninth, which is a very straight ahead pop rock album. A lot of people did not like it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was kind of like finding his footing. That was after all these years of not writing, he's finding his footing, and I said, it's a good first step. Where he goes from there, I was worried, because then I heard If It's Love. Is that it? If It's Love. And to be honest, I didn't like it in the beginning with the whistling, and it was too, I don't know, very unlike Sting for me. And I didn't like this thing, and I was worried about this album. And then I heard Rushing Waters, and felt, okay, I'll pick this up. And I did. And I do pick them up. I do pay for them. So any of my reviews that you see me talking about, usually 99.9%, I do pay for it. So it's based also on money. Would I buy this, after listening to it, if I had the choice? With this, I would have to say yes. There's some really good tracks on here. I even like If It's Love Now. It fits the context of the album. The bridge, a lot of people are talking about how it bridges society, values, and all this. I think it also is Sting bridging the past and the present. So you do hear his earlier influences. Like, I think the second half, from like the first four songs are kind of more modern sounding Sting, and then he goes into the traditional Sting acoustic folky kind of thing, like back to Dream of the Blue Turtles, Nothing Like the Sun era. So if you like those albums, there's a touch of that on there. The first, If It's Love, it's very poppy. Loving You, I think, is one of the ones that really got to me. It's a very atmospheric synthesizer kind of track, and it kind of reminds me, I think it bridges Every Breath You Take with this. And it's a dark song, but it's catchy. Like Every Breath You Take is very catchy, but it's dark. It's about a stalker, if anybody doesn't remember that. This is basically dealing with the new track, calling Loving You, is basically a husband dealing with his wife's infidelity. And all he senses is he smells actually the other guy's scent on his wife. So, and he's dealing it in silence. It's a turmoil inside, but it's a dark song, but it's catchy as hell. Has a sensual beat to it, so it's very different. And it kind of, I would have to say, it's the modern version of Every Breath You Take. So that for me was a real good song. Harmony Road is catchy, very much in the vein of Dream of the Blue Turtles and Nothing Like the Sun. I also enjoyed the title track, The Bridge, very like fragile in tone. If anybody remembers Fragile from Sting, kind of that way, telling a story, very good. The storytelling is good. Captain Bateman is also very good. Harmony Road is good too. The Book of Numbers it could be a great song, but it just ends too abruptly for me. That's the only misstep for me, is the Book of Numbers. It is something, it's a book about the Bible, but it just ends like, and the first time I listened, I said, oh my God, my CD's broken. I have to go back and pick this up. And I went, no, it just ends that way. Other than that, the more I listen to it, the more I enjoy this. So if anybody was worried about where Sting is going, I think he's in a good space here. It's a good album. Is it better than Nothing Like the Sun or Dream of the Blue Turtles or Synchronicity? No. Is it a good album? Yeah. So I got this for about 14. I had it. I broke it just now. So, but thank God someone bought me a second copy. So thank you for that. It's a good album. if you like Sting, I don't think you'll be it's no way near a masterpiece, but Sting is on the right track. And I think that's all we can ask for. Solid set of tracks. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's good. And there's a few surprises. Like I said, Loving You, that atmospheric synthesizer track works really well. And I think that's a surprise for me. I didn't think he could pull that one off. Um, Other than that, it's a great album. As for the deluxe edition, there's a sequel to Captain Bateman's Garage or Basement or something, and then there's Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay is a staple, and if you can't do it right, don't do it at all. I'm really sorry, Sting fans or whoever or Sting, you didn't do this song. It's bad, and I don't think I'm going to even have to say Michael Bolton did a better job, and that's scary to say. Compared to Sting, it's scary for me to say that, and he didn't do it. I don't think he did the song well, and I that's why I didn't pick up the deluxe. I wanted to pick it up, and I heard those tracks, and I went, another $12 for an instrumental and a bad version of Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. And the answer for me was no. So that sense, but I think the regular edition, worth it. Pick it up. You're not missing anything if you don't get the deluxe, in my opinion. I think he really fumbled on the bonus tracks, and for the most part, I think the best guy who's done it recently was McCartney with his albums. His bonus tracks are really good. So like Egypt Station and New and stuff worked well. This is a misstep, in my opinion. Overall, this Sting album is great. Rushing Waters, Loving You, If It's Love, Harmony Road are great tracks and deserve to be put on your playlist. And that's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to recommend this album. I don't suggest you buy the deluxe unless you cannot live without an instrumental from Sting. I don't think it's something it's going to kill you if you don't have it. So I go with the regular edition. It's reasonably priced at $14 here in Montreal, anyways, in Canada. So I don't know in the US, maybe it's cheaper, maybe it's more. I don't know. I would go with the regular edition, unless Target has something else I don't know of yet, and I'll look at that later. But Sting, The Bridge, he did a good job. This is Steven. I'm giving you my recommendation. Let me know what you think of it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We thank you for your support. And again, I'm going to tell you, live the dream and be good to each other, okay? Take care. Bye.